Hello tarot friends, this is Ultraviolet Morgan, and I decided I was going to do, today I would do a, what do they call that, an introduction to my channel. So, my channel is mainly about tarot and witchy things. I do posts about, I do pick a card readings. I do educational information such as meanings of cards or meanings of suits, different ways to play with your cards, stuff like that. I do community type of things where, I haven't done a lot of them, but I want to do more tags where we just interact with each other around the topics of tarot and witchcraft and spirituality, paganism, oracles, divination, etc., etc., etc. I try not to say too much, but I do say it. I do openings. I open mail and I open decks, and I do walkthroughs, and I also think I said I do pick a cards, but so I do open decks as often as possible. I love getting new decks. This here is the archetype, the Wild Unknown archetype. Ooh, the Unseen. I love that card. This is a new one that I've been working with, so I drew the Queen and the Seed, and those are personal energies for me that I'm working on, so I leave them out. This is the box it came in. It's fabulous. These are soul cards too. I have the Fountain Tarot, so there's one of the cards from the Fountain Tarot, which I adore, the Fountain Tarot. Here is the, oh, hello. Tarot de la Nuit is another deck that I have. I have a variety of decks that I use in readings and in tutorials, which I have been thinking about doing some more tutorials. I also have a young son who's listening to something in the living room, but I was about to say, so I have some classic decks such as the Aquarian Tarot, and this is an older one that I got secondhand. Absolutely adore. I don't use this nearly enough, but it is so amazing, so incredible. Let me see what else. I have traditional, I have modern decks. One of my favorite decks that I have is the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is this is the mass market, also in an amazing box. This, a few years ago, this took kind of the indie market by storm and kind of reignited the indie market, which I didn't even know when I started to get back into tarot. I could not find my old decks anywhere, and I finally said, okay, I'm just gonna have to buy some. And to me, I thought having a couple of decks was enough, and then I discovered that since I last was into tarot had just so exploded, and then I needed every deck. But anyway, so the Wild Unknown is one a few years ago that sort of ignited the whole indie market, and a lot of people bought it, and a lot of people loved it, and then a lot of people said, wow, a lot of hype, and it's just not for me. it's definitely for me. I almost didn't buy it because of its popularity, but I didn't know all the history at the time either. I also have Oracle cards, so I have several Oracle decks, including this Earth Magic one. Whoa, that's my commercial. Might as well be honest. I sometimes, tip things over. So here are some of these. Oh my gosh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I might have to do some more walkthroughs of decks I've did first look videos, but they need second and third looks. Gorgeous. Most of my pick a card readings do use multiple decks, including tarot and oracle decks. I have angel cards. These are Doreen Virtue. Yep, there's a lot to be said about Doreen Virtue, but I'm not going there right now. These are Archangel Raphael cards, and they have really pretty edging. And I do have other decks that are angel decks. I have goddess decks. I have old and new decks. As I said, these are soul cards, which I love. They have no words. They are pure intuition. And I am an empathic, intuitive reader. And I do study. I study a lot. So I understand the cards and I learn every day more and more. And I love tarot. I love doing the tarot cards. I love playing with my cards, talking about my cards, reading my cards, sharing my cards. I also have numerology cards. And these are just a handful of some of the decks that I have that I use in some of my readings when I do pick a card readings. One of these days I may get into, a lot of these are upside down, doing astrological readings. I also sometimes do film individual readings and then just post, keep them private for the person that I have read for. And I also enjoy, as I said, opening mail, which sometimes will be cards and sometimes it will be some other things. Oh, my cards don't want to cooperate and go back in the box. So some of the other things that I may open, share, and talk about, maybe books about tarot, books about spiritual matters, such as The Spiral Dance, another classic. I'm really into the classics. I do have some newer books too, but I really prefer the classics. I feel like a lot of the newer books really do a lot of talking down. Some people, I'm not new. I've been at this for a little while, so they're okay for people starting out, and people say this book is really relatable, and sometimes I feel like when I read that and then I read the book, it's a little too casual, it's a little too buddy, like that maybe I want something a little more, I like things on the academic side, and I like things maybe just a little more formal. On my channel, I want to be casual, but in my education, I want a teacher. So I do want a book that comes at me with a little bit of authority and not so much with burp jokes or whatever, And also, I am a big clutter bug. I also have, several crystals that sometimes make their way in, and Well, I thought I had a book handy, but I maybe don't. Wait a second. Yes, I do. Okay, so books on feminism. I have some newer books. I have some second wave. I've been really getting into the second wave a lot. I've been into the second wave, but I've really been getting into really cracking into the second wave books that I've known about for so long but haven't read myself. And this is actually Robin Morgan wrote in the second wave, sisterhood is powerful. And then this was later on for the beginning of the new millennium. But she's still a second waver, but I actually have sisterhood is powerful as well. So yeah, feminism, spirituality, tarot. Also, the reason that I started this channel in the first place was just from watching other witchy channels and tarot channels and wanting to be a part of that, wanting to be a part of what they were doing and wanting to be a part of participating and communicating. These are the gorgeous I have a habit, I might as well tell you in my introductory video, which is already 11 minutes long, of forgetting the word right in mid-sentence. Everyday Witch. These are the gorgeous Everyday Witch cards. I love these. These are so bright. They just look so good on camera. They just look so good. Yeah, I wanted to be a part of the tarot community. I wanted to be able to interact. I wanted to be able to make videos. I wanted to be able to read my cards pretty much all the time. And so that's what I did. I made a channel, and I look forward to hearing from followers, and I always hope that, one of the people I follow will follow me back, chat with me on my channel. I do enjoy participating in lives, especially I participate in a lot of lives over at the Hermit's Cave and Truth and Story. Those are my two real go-to live participation. And then my new thing recently is that I decided I'm going to try to work in some of my General Hospital fandom. Maybe, I'm not caught up, but I was thinking that on the weekend maybe I could do something like a overview of what happened on the show and then do some cards for fun of, what would happen to some of the characters or something like that. I haven't worked that out yet, but it's an interest. And I also watch The Locker Room. He has lives where he reunites actors from soap operas that are now defunct. And so I watch if they have to do with Guiding Light or As the World Turns, because those are very near and dear to my heart. And I don't really want to accept that they've been canceled over 10 years ago. But, so those three sites, I do participate in lives pretty regularly, so you could catch me over there. And I cannot do lives, apparently, until I have enough followers. So, subscribe, because if I get enough subscribers, then I can do lives myself. And then I could draw cards for people, or, we can chat, and it will be, very fun and exciting. So, yes, I am a rambler. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Even though it's the Five of Wands and they're showing discord and everything else, it's just beautiful. So anyway, that is my introduction, and I'm Ultraviolet Morgan, and you are watching my introductory video. I hope that you will subscribe and click on the bell so you can get updates for my videos. I hope that you'll comment. Hope that you'll participate in the comments. I'd like to know what you thought of the video you watched, what other ideas for videos you'd like to see, what kind of readings you'd like to see, what kind of tags would you like to see me do. Do you have a page you want me to check out? Because I'd love to check that out. All sorts of things. Do you enjoy watching General Hospital? Because we can definitely chat about that, as long as you don't spoil anything and I don't spoil anything. What else?
This is no time for dancing.
If those are the kinds of content that you enjoy, then, as I said, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up to show support and comments. And let's get that algorithm going. Let's get that algorithm showing me all the love, if you don't mind. So, that's my welcome video, Tarot Tube. And to oh my gosh. If you love your tarot readers to be a mess, I'm real. That's what we'll call it, okay? As I'm saying goodbye, it just tips right over. Thank you so much for bearing with me. And if you enjoy my content and you do all those things, then I'll see you again. And until then, be well, tarot friends.